guys, here we are for our lesson this week. So let's get started here. Let's come to attention. Cheerio. Kenya. Anjo. Our 5 tenets: courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, an indomitable spirit. Okay? Now, we're continuing on this week to practice some fundamental skills in martial arts. Okay? So, these are things that we do all the time, but it may not be explained or mentioned, every single class that you train. But these fundamental skills are important things that make us a good martial artist. So it's important that we do them as often as we can when we're doing certain skills. So keep that in mind, all right? These are so important. These are what make you a true black belt, or a really good martial artist. Okay, so let's get started. What's up? Stand up. Now, like we did last time, we want to warm up again because we still got to keep our body, in shape, and we still want to be strong, because remember, we need a little bit of strength to do some of these things. It helps. Okay, so hey, let's get started. We're gonna go jump jacks. All right, we're gonna go with 30. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, faster than that. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Hey, there we go. All right. Now, this time, let's put the feet apart. All right, and we're gonna go slower with this squat. Okay, so we're gonna go slow. I want you to match my speed. Okay, so hands up in front, feet apart, using a little bit of that foot dexterity we worked on last class, turning the toes in. Okay, now we want to go down 1 and go as far as we can, keeping our head up and shoulders up like this. Back up, okay? Now that one was extra long. We won't spend that much time down there. Ready? And 2. Here we go. Good. And 3. Ready? 4. 5. Did you hear that? 6. We're going to be working on that today. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Now, down in the push-up position. All right, so, got feet back. Normal push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're back. Leg lifts, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, on our feet. Okay, so today's lesson is all about that. Yeah, that weird noise that I always make. You ever notice that? Or some of your fellow classmates make that noise too. What is that? Okay, well, that is called breath control. Okay, breath control. Think of it. Think about when you breathe normally, okay? You can breathe in your nose, out your mouth. You can breathe in your mouth, out your nose, in your nose, out your nose, in your mouth, out your mouth. Okay? There's a lot of different ways that we can breathe actually, okay, when we really look at it, okay? But there are only, two places where the air can come in and come out. That is our mouth and our nose, okay? Now, think about when we do a certain skill in class sometimes. Let's say we do a one punch. Do this with me. One punch. One punch. One punch. One punch. Okay? Now normally, when we do it together, I'll say the move, I'll say it, and then you say it. Okay? The reason that you say it, for one, is to help your memory, okay, but two, is to help control your breath. Now, I'm going to let you know that saying it is not the best form of breath control, okay? It is not, okay? There's reasons that we have you say it, okay? It doesn't make you less of a martial artist, okay? It helps, all right? It's better than you say it than nothing come out of your mouth at all, okay? So the best way to breathe out is to breathe out fast and hard, and almost your mouth is almost closed, okay? Like this. My teeth are coming together. There's a little bit of space open, okay, but I'm like that. Practice this. Sound like you're a snake or something. They go like that, all right? Now, I don't know if that's why they make that noise, all right? Maybe they do, okay? Maybe snakes are the best, masters of breath control since the beginning of time. Who knows? But the thing is, the reason that we control our breath when we do a move, all right, it allows us to breathe. You ever exercise or been in class and you're breathing heavy? Okay? One of the reasons is that you're not controlling your breath very well. Okay? So, where we start is we breathe in our nose, like this. Okay? Breathe in your nose. But do it fast, all right? Don't make it long and drawn out, all right? It's not like we're smelling like fresh flowers and enjoying it, okay? We're just breathing in to get air inside our body, and now when we do something, okay? So think of whenever you move or do something sharp or fast, that's when you want to make that noise, like that, okay? That allows us to get the air out really quick, okay? So we can continue on with a different technique, all right? So let's be in our stance. We'll have our hands up. We're going to be going through our punches today, all right? Our 4 main punches we're going to be practicing, and we're going to use this breath control with it. So I'm going to say the punch to do, but when you actually do it, I want you to make that noise, like this. But remember, you're not like spitting out, all right? You're not opening your mouth wide, okay? This is like that. Or, okay? So in our stance, ready? We're going to start out one punch. So when I say one punch, I want you to step out and go like this. Like that. Okay? So here we go. Ready? One punch. 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 Make sure you make that noise. You're breathing out. Fast, hard, strong, however you want to think about it. Okay, another word to describe it, if you're a little bit older, abrupt. All right, it just happens. Ready? One punch. One punch. One punch. One punch. Now, let's go to two punch. Ready? Two punch. Breathe out. Two punch. 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 Now relax for a second. Now I know what you're thinking, or some of you are thinking. I don't want to sound stupid. Okay? Have you ever thought that before? I don't want to sound stupid, or I don't want to talk and say it because I don't want people to hear me. Okay? That is something I struggled with for a very long time. When I was a kid, okay, when I was your age, when we did our moves, we had to do something called a key-up, or a key-out. And that's exactly what you said, all right? You go like this. You go, Kia! Or there's other ones, Hiya! Like that. Or, yeah! Now, we may have done that before in class for fun, just for fun, but I know personally it's not for everybody. So I wouldn't make you do that because I felt the same way when I was a kid. I didn't like doing that. I just didn't like it, okay? But I will let you know, the way that I'm showing you, it's less silly if you think it's silly, okay? Or goofy or whatever you want to call it. And also, it doesn't like draw attention on you either, okay? Now, I know some of us like, being vocal and using our voice, and that is awesome, all right? That's a good skill to have, actually, okay? But I know it's not for everybody. I know some of you are quiet, okay? And that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you do your strike, I need you to make some kind of noise, all right? So if you don't want to say one punch, really loud, that's okay, all right? But I do need you to do this, like that. Listen to the difference. One punch. All right? Both punches are the same strength, they're the same speed, okay? But I'm just using my breath differently, okay? One is I'm kind of drawing it out to an extent, not a lot, all right? But I'm very, loud. And the other one is I'm really letting the air out, and it's over in less than a second, like that. One punch. That takes us like 2 seconds to say that, almost, all right? But going like this, it's real fast, okay? So we got to get over that, all right? You cannot be afraid to make noise, because I'll tell you what, I don't think you sound silly, all right? I don't think you sound stupid at all, right? When we are here, I'll let you all know, the only opinion that matters of, what you're doing is mine, okay? Doesn't matter what your classmates think. It doesn't matter what your parents think or other parents, anybody watching you. Their opinion does not matter, okay? Seriously, it doesn't. So I'm telling you that this is the way to do your strikes, to use your breath the proper way, all right? You can say it, or you can be that snake, just let it out fast, okay? Are we good? Okay. So, let's get back in our stance. Now, let's go 1, 2. Now, this is going to be a little different because we have to do 2 pushes out. All right? We got to be able to go one after the other. Okay? Now, think in between our moves, we're breathing in our nose. So, when I do my 1 punch, I breathe in. 2 punch, breathe out. Okay? Think we're always breathing in our nose and then out our mouth. All right? Here we go. 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, good. All right, now we're combining those. All right. Now, what was it? Breathing out. Oh, there was something there. There was something there. It'll come back. Don't worry. All right. Now, let's be back in our stance. This time we're going to do a hook punch with our front hand. All right. I do the same thing. I do my hook punch the normal way, but I breathe out like that. Ready? Hook. 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 Now let's go 1, 2, hook. So now we're doing 3 of them. 3 breaths that come out. Okay? Oh, I remembered what I was going to mention. We'll talk about it after our punches, okay? Don't let me forget. Ready? 1, 2, hook. Looks like this. No, sounds like this. Okay? I want you to do that. Here we go. 1, 2, hook. 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 Good, so that's 3. We're going to have another one. All right, can you guess the other punch? I think we did 1, 2, we did hook. What's another punch with that right hand? What's that? Upper. It's an uppercut. We say upper for short. Upper. All right, who's an upper there? All right, so here we go. Upper, like that. Ready. Upper. Breathe out. Good. Upper. If you've never done this before, it's just like a hook punch, except it comes up. All right? Right in front of your face. Up. Ready. Upper. 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 And upper. All right? Make sure when you're doing this, you're breathing out. Okay? Now let's do all 4. All right? All 4 together. Ready? 1, 2, hook, upper. Good. 1, 2, hook, upper. 1, 2, hook, upper. 1, 2, hook, upper. Last time. 1, 2, hook, upper. All right. Fantastic. All right. Now, I already know that I have a lot of students that are really good at that already. Okay. It's a part of their game. It's a part of, their martial arts. So those of you that already do this, continue on. Today I just explained a little bit more. All right. Now, speaking of breath control. Now, when you guys go back to school, you're going to have to be aware of your breath control. You know that, right? You guys know that, okay? With all the things, not all the things, the main thing that we're dealing with right now in our society, in our world, okay? Like, why do you think that, we should wear masks when we're around a big group of people right now? Okay, it's so that our breath doesn't get on other people. When we practice our breath control like this, there is not much coming out of our mouth. Okay? When I'm talking right now, air's just coming out of my mouth. When I breathe out heavy, like that, there's just a bunch of stuff coming out. But when I do this, it reduces that, okay? So, when you're around others, and when it comes to going back to school, and also when we come back here, our breath control is going to be very important. Okay, it just so happens that this has been a part of martial arts since the beginning of it all. All right, I've been breathing like this using my breath control. I've been doing that forever. Okay, it's not a new thing. It's not something that I came up with to protect us or anything like that. No, that's just the way that it is. Okay, so we can actually use that to help us improve our safety in other areas. Okay, so going back to school, I don't know. You might have to wear a mask. Who knows? I don't know. All right, don't take my word on that. Okay, breathing like that, small breaths out, is going to help. All right, it's going to eliminate that spread or the possibility of it. Okay, and also when we're around others, especially when we get back on the mats and we have classmates, I don't want you breathing right in their face, okay, like that. All right, that wouldn't be okay in any world. Okay, but especially right now, we can't do that. All right, that's not okay. So just keep that in mind. Just keep a closed mouth. All right, try to keep a closed mouth. Practice that. Maybe practice talking like that. Okay, practice breathing out like that. Okay, you can do that. All right, so just a reminder there that we can use that for that as well. Okay, now moving on here. All right, last time around we worked on the guillotine. Okay, now you may be wondering, what is a guillotine? Okay, well, a guillotine is a submission, all right, that targets the person's neck, all right? It's a form of if you want to use the word choke, we accept that word, we use it like that, okay? That's what it is. It's also a strangle, too, okay? We'll probably start using that word more often, a strangle, because that's what it really is, okay? So this is one of the best types of submissions you should know, all right? Because these can take down someone so much bigger and stronger than you, okay? An armbar or Kimura or Americana, you can get them on people, but if you had to defend yourself and against someone twice your size, there's a good chance as a child, as a kid, you're not going to be able to armbar them. I'm sorry to let you know that, but that's just reality. Okay, because right now your body isn't fully developed, so you don't have full strength in your arms and your legs and all sorts of things that we use to do those types of locks. All right, don't get me wrong, you can still really hurt someone with it, okay, but using it against someone so much bigger and stronger than you, it might not work, but a choke or a strangle will, okay? So this is why I'm teaching you this right now. So let's look at what we did before. We put our right arm in front of us, so our palm was facing us. And we took our left hand, palm out, all right? And we're diving our fingers down and wrapping our fingers around our hands, like this, okay? So I take my right hand, I look at my palm, like this, and now my other hand is up, and I bring it down, okay? Let's do this, like this. And if you notice, when I do almost any movement in martial arts, especially a movement that, make sure you're doing this, the movement that requires me to use effort, I always breathe out, okay? Always. It doesn't have to be a punch or a kick or a block always. It can just be a movement with our body. All right? So the rule is this. Okay, keep going here, palm facing you. Other one, dive the fingers down. You want the tips of your fingers pointing down towards the ground. Okay? The rule is this. With martial arts, or seriously anything else, anytime you use effort or you put force into something, you always want to breathe out. Okay? I am using effort right now with my arms to do this. Okay? So anytime you use effort or you exert yourself, breathe out. It's a good habit to get into. All right? It'll definitely help your martial arts. And also lifting heavy things. Now, look, we're here. So, look at our arms, all right? What I want you to do right now is take your right arm and pull it towards you, okay? You're just going to pull it up. So use this one to pull up. Okay, we're going to pull up. And at the same time, we're going to pretend that we're flexing our muscle right there, all right? That big bicep that you got, bring that up. Okay, see this here? See this? Let's use an example. So, when I wrap around the head, remember we get our hand past their head, all right? I squeeze with that right arm, okay? See his head move down? Squeezing, all right? So I'm making the space around their neck really small, okay? Can you hear that? I'm squeezing the breath out of them. I can hear that, okay? And that's not what we're doing though, all right? We're not squeezing the breath out of them. Okay, we're putting pressure on their. Now, if you ninjas are watching, all right, I'm letting you know right now. I'm using some bigger words here. You might not understand them. Okay, you'll learn sooner or later. All right, because someday you're going to be doing these moves a lot. Okay, so for that I apologize, but this is for everybody to know. All right, including young kids, middle-aged kids, teenagers, adults, all right? I use the same words for just about everybody because that's how you explain it, all right? So we're putting pressure on their arteries, and arteries help push blood through your body, okay? So we're putting pressure on these arteries, we're closing them off, okay? And that causes the strangle to happen, all right? It causes them to lose consciousness, to pass out, okay? Just for a brief moment of time, all right? That is our best submission, all right? It takes care of the problem or the threat, okay? Because if they're taking a nap, they can't hurt me. But if I break his arm, they can still walk and chase after me. Okay? So that is why our guillotine is a good submission to start with. Or the one from the back. This one here. Alright? That's a good one too. Don't worry, we all learn those. So, we have this pressure here, this, but we need another pressure, all right? In martial arts, there are two forces that happen at all times. It's a push and a pull, okay? You probably heard that before. That's another one of our fundamental things. I'll probably go into more detail with it next week. Push-pull, okay? But we're going to incorporate it or put it into our guillotine today. So look, I am pulling with this. I'm pulling, all right? This is going to push down, okay? So get our hands in that position, all right? This arm pulls up, and I actually pull it with this one. Don't get confused with that, all right? Just focus on our elbows, all right? Pull this elbow up and push this elbow down, okay? When you do that, this space gets significantly smaller, okay? If I just pull with this arm up, all right, we still have this space, but when I slide this one over top, see how this comes in even more. See that? So there's hardly any space. So, palm facing you, away, dive down, lock it up. Push the elbow down, pull the other one up. Like this. Okay? Practice this right now. This movement with our arms. This is probably our most effective way of doing the guillotine. All right? It's the tightest, it's the strongest, it offers the most control over the person. And that is what we're always looking for. Okay? Arms are getting tired from doing that. Okay? Now, let's demonstrate. I come around. This pushes on their shoulder and upper back. It pushes it down. It pushes their neck area into our arm. As our arm is going into them. Okay? That's what's going on here. Alright? So when I do that, I get lots of pressure and they tap immediately. Because when that is locked on, wow, there's not much time to escape. Alright? If you are locked in that position, just tap. Alright? Don't try to fight it. Don't try to wiggle your head out. Okay? Unless it really mattered. Okay? I suggest when you're training and you're stuck in a guillotine and you feel the pressure coming on, just give up. It's not a big deal. Okay? Remember, our goal is to be safe. Alright? These submissions can hurt someone. We're not looking to hurt someone. We're looking to make them give up. Alright? And as a martial artist, we know when it's time to give up. Alright? Remember that. It's all about protecting our own body and our well-being. Okay? So there you go. That's the pressure with the arms for the guillotine. Now, it's going to depend on what position you're in, because we're going to do, we would do different things with our legs. So, I'm not going to go over that. All I want you to remember for now is this. Okay? This right here will give us success immediately. Okay? And that's what it's all about. To get success as fast as we can. Alright, with our training and our techniques. Okay? Every little bit counts. Remember that. We've said that before. Every little bit counts. Okay? So if we can make our technique that much better, alright, we're going to have more success. And then we can add other things to it to make it even more successful. Okay? So there we go. That's the guillotine. Remember, if you are one of our ninjas, that's something you will learn down the road as you get older, okay? But in normal class, as a ninja, we don't do submissions, okay? Because there is some risk We don't want anybody getting hurt, okay? But if you're older, okay, you know, you guys know that I trust you, so keep that in mind, all right? We got to keep that trust there, so we can't go off hurting anybody in training or otherwise, okay? Remember that. So very nice. So remember, today's lesson was all about that breath control, okay? Breathing in the nose and out the mouth, fast and abruptly, okay? Like this. Okay? If I were you, I would do that right away. Okay? That is going to help. Trust me. Okay? Trust me. All right? You guys know I would never give you something that you wouldn't need to know. All right? I want you to be the best that you can be. And putting that into your skills is just going to help. All right? You're going to get that much better, that much faster. Okay? So, hey, nice work today. We did wonderful. Let's come to attention. Chariot. Kenya. Anjo. Okay. Our 3 student creeds build true self-confidence. Knowledge in the mind. Honesty in the heart. Strength in the body. All right, very good. Yosef, stand up. All right. If you are watching this video, all right, I will let you be the first to know that we're probably not, well, I wouldn't say probably. It's gonna happen, guys. All right, we're gonna open back up and have normal classes. Probably the first week of September, around when school starts. Okay, all right. Don't have all the details for you yet. All right, but if you did this training video here today, all right, you now know. All right, so something to look forward to. All right, guys. So nice work today. Let's come to attention. Class dismissed. Okay, thank you, class. Very good. I will see you guys next time. All right, good job today.